Okay.
Hello, girls.
Hi.
Hi. Can you just introduce yourselves? I'm Natalie. I'm the actual coach. Kate's getting ready to go away. That's why Kate's not here. She's got a busy week. Her son's turning 18 this week.
Oh.
And then they're getting Cornwall. So if you introduce yourself, ladies. So Tracy, if you go first.
I am Tracy. Do
And
you need to know
then,
her full name, do you? No.
no, well, Tracy shot. And yourself, Julie.
I'm Julie.
So, right, so what we're going to do today in this special episode, so these two lovely ladies who I can't get rid of, I'm basically going to get their feedback, and you can get a proper idea of who's listening, how me and Kate coach in our online courses, because these two have done quite a few actually in the past that we've done before, but this is like our brand new specific one that we've been wanting to do for ages, the Midlife Reset, which is our 6-week online coaching program. These two are now we're on week 6, aren't we? So we're on the last week at the moment. So basically get a better idea how it's ran by asking those who've actually been doing it, the participants. So what I'll do, Tracy, you can go first when I ask. It's just because at the top of my screen, I'm just giving an order of who's where. We'll do like that today. So question number 1. So tell me a bit where you started, Trace, before the program, like what your goals were, and what was stopping you achieving them as well. But was there any mental sense, or was it more just something else?
I think I'd got to a state, I'd gone really good at one point and I was doing lots of exercise and I'd managed to lose a couple of pounds and I was feeling good. And then I think I established that it wasn't just diet, because always you think you've got to starve yourself, that's your only way of losing weight. I realised it was actually doing a lot of well, you don't have to do a lot, but doing some exercise on a regular basis really does help with maintaining weight once you've lost it. But it was getting into a routine of actually doing regular exercise. I dip in, I'm really good for a week, and then I don't do anything for a week, and then I do a little bit. And I wanted to try and establish, I think since my husband retired as well.
I was going to say, what stopped you?
Yeah, routine had gone, and it was just I wanted to do something to establish a routine to get me back to doing regular exercise and being aware of what I was eating, because I know it helps me with my mental health for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You found a better balance with your exercise now since starting the program,
rather than all or nothing. It was just a good steady pace, and I know it works for me as well. Really good for my mind.
Awesome. So same question for you, Jill. Tell us a bit about where you started, what your goals are, and what perhaps stopped you getting there, but on your own, that's why you've come into this program.
Well, obviously, I've been with you for nearly 2.5 years now.
That long?
So, yeah, it is. Yeah, I've always been into fitness, but obviously COVID was a big thing, I think, for everyone, really. It stopped a lot of people doing a lot of stuff. And then I was just doing the kickbox exercise with yourself and perhaps going out for a run now and again. And then obviously I joined your other classes, which were better for me. I'm a bit like Tracy, really. I'm a bit of a bugger where, well, I'll go all or nothing and just go head first in and do loads of things and then get knackered, basically.
Yeah.
And routine is definitely a thing for me because, like, with being retired as well, definitely not. I need to get myself more into a routine. So that stopped me from doing it, really. And I think I just get with menopause, and particularly just lately, the last few months, fatigue's just been dreadful.
Yeah, it's been your biggest barrier, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. It's been worse now than, for a long time. It's been dreadful.
Yeah, you are looking at addressing that though, aren't we, at the moment?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get practitioners for that as well. But in the meantime, obviously, you've been doing what you can. That's why we've got that morning prep in place.
But I do feel better when, like this morning, because I've had a bad head for a few days.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like doing anything, and I thought, no, stuff it. I'm going out today, and I'm doing the couch to 5K, and it was doing it properly structured, making me get up, put my phone on, and get out and do it. Even though it was raining, it was lovely.
Yeah, you probably preferred it.
So better afterwards. I really did. I'm glad I did it.
It's nice to see that feedback from you that it worked really well for you. It's like kill or cure, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. And when it's coming to around and go home, don't know if it's that bad. If your head got really bad.
Well, that was it. That's what I thought. Or I'll just walk. I'd be able to walk. But Yeah.
No, brilliant. No, you did the right thing. You've balanced it, not going too mad, because that can exacerbate the headache.
Yeah.
Increase
Yeah.
also stress hormone as well. So no, that was smart. Okay,
Mhm.
so go back to Tracy. So what do you feel you've achieved so far during the program? Like, what goals have you achieved, or what have you got out of it?
Well, I think I can say during the 6 weeks, because I knew I was being monitored, sort of thing, which I do need sometimes to get me into the right place. I think nearly every day I did something.
Yeah.
Some days I did really, really good, because I started to monitor my steps, which I'd never done before. Yeah, I just started to do more. The more I was doing, and the better I was
Yeah,
feeling.
self-monitoring is so helpful.
Yeah, and so that was really good. And also focusing on the protein, because you were making me think about what I was eating, and because I was posting the photos of what I was eating. It made me every day. Oh, we'll put in a bit more yogurt, or we can add in a bit more chicken. And little thing. It just was making you more focused on what you were doing, and it just helped me really enormously, just on every day, even though I wasn't seeing you. Just getting your messages today, do this, and it was good. And my intake of fruit and veg even more.
Oh, it's so colourful seeing your pictures. Same with you, seeing yours.
I thought, oh, I'll add in some blackberries, and it was just really good. And now it's routine.
It should feel just normal. Feels almost boring not boring, but I just do this.
No, just do it, and because I love it as well. It's really, and because I'm feeling good.
I was going to say, how are you feeling about it? How's it made you feel?
Really, really good. I'm much more motivated, more energy. Because like Julie was saying how today she wasn't feeling great, but she went out and did something. Quite often you start saying, oh yeah. But once you've done it, afterwards you're on a high and you do more, you've got more energy. It seems counterproductive, doesn't it? When you think, oh well, I really but it is totally the complete opposite. Once you've done something, it gives you more energy. It's been really good.
That is the whole point. It's not waiting around. You've got to take action.
Yeah, that's it. But you know this, but it's just trying to instab it to his.
You think I'd be good at my job, wouldn't you? How long have I been doing it for? I love that, Trace. I love that. Thank you for that. So, Julie, same to you. What have you achieved so far doing the program? What have you got out of it?
Well, definitely protein has been a big thing with me. I think I wasn't too bad, I don't think.
Yeah. You were definitely now anyway.
Yeah, it's like really in there now, and I'm thinking, right, I need to double up on my protein all the time, and it does help, definitely.
How do you feel it's helped you, by the way, increasing the protein?
I feel I've got more energy when I'm doing my classes, definitely now. And like Tracy says, really, today, it would have been so easy for me just to say, that's it, I'm not going out. I feel dreadful. I'm not doing it. But I did do it, and I'm glad I did. And I feel so much better. So that's another thing. I think, like you say, because you feel you're accountable. You're not accountable, but you know what I mean.
We are making you accountable.
Yeah. And so you think, right, that's it. I can't let anyone down. I've got to get up and get out. And I can't let myself down more than anything. Because at the end of it, you're going to feel a lot better.
Yeah. You just hit the nail on the head there about you feel like you're letting everyone down. It's like, that's the beauty of being an online group coaching compared to one-to-one coaching. So I do one-to-one online, but I personally enjoy the online group coaching more because I feel like everybody is in together and you're doing it together and you feel like, well, they're doing it, so I'll do it. It has that knock-on effect. I don't know if you girls feel the same with doing it in a group.
And reading what everybody else was saying and what they were doing in their recipe and doing the workouts with their kids. It was just good.
Love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
You're not on your own.
Yeah, that's all. But I think some people, especially at that age, where you're at menopause age, I think a lot of changes happen, not just with your body, but your life. Like you've both said, like you've had some form of retirement, like you've had John retired, Trace, and
it's all gone, and the whole
big changes
gone. Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know where I am or who I am or what I'm doing, and your body's going through change as well on top of all that. And that's what we do, obviously, in this program, particularly as well. I think women need to find a routine that works for them, gives them energy like you two, gives you like a new lease on life. You know, not letting symptoms hold you back like yourself, Jill. You struggle at the moment with your symptoms, but you're like, there is things I can still do. Like, we don't make you do hour-long workouts and stuff like that, feeling that bad. You know, that's why with the short workouts, because they're more doable, all the couch to couch 5K, they're short runs, aren't they? because
But
that's
also, you've taught me that you don't have to do an hour class.
Yeah.
You can do
Right.
15 minutes and you can do 30 minutes
Yeah.
and you still get a lot from it. Whereas
Yeah.
I always had only ever done an hour for this or an hour. And you don't
Right,
have
yeah.
to. You don't have to do an hour. If 15 minutes is what you got, and you will still feel better
Yeah.
from doing 15 minutes of
That's
some
right,
maybe
guys.
sort of resistance or it rather than thinking, oh God, I've got to do an hour. And
Yeah.
it's not always feasible, is it?
Yeah.
So
I found in this group, everybody's done more consistent exercise, like regular, like 3-4 times a week in this group, more than we've ever done before. That's when I've monitored it. And even the ones that haven't done it on the Everfit app, who've messaged, like say Kate or me personally, we can see people are generally more active than ever than we've ever seen, just because of shorter workouts. So
I can believe that. It's
No
more
one-
doable,
yeah.
more achievable.
Yeah.
Even like yourself, Trace, Julie, and there's another girl in the group who's struggling with energy levels at the moment, and she's really low mood. They're still doing something because it's achievable, like you said there. That's really good to hear that from you guys. We know it works. So we get the next intake in. We know I've got a few ladies been speaking to. They're struggling with fatigue and tiredness. We know this is going to work really well for them because of how we set it out the plan. So that's awesome to hear your feedback on that, by the way. So back to you, Tracy. So what's your favourite thing about the programme? What's something that really stood out in the programme, what you really enjoyed?
Tracking my steps. It seems ridiculous.
You love that, don't you?
Tracking my steps. I'd never done it. I used to track how many kilometres I was walking.
Yeah.
So I had a good idea. But the steps just really encouraged me to do more. And if one day I did really well, the next day I want to do it as well. Or even on some of the days when I thought hadn't been so active, actually, when I checked my steps, I'd actually done more.
Reassurance.
Yeah, and it was just, and I will do that now forever because I love tracking my steps.
I love self-monitoring. Love it.
Yeah, I really got a lot from it. It really motivated me to do something every day. And so, one day you've done well, the next day you want to do well. You might not do the same amount, but you want to still do some.
But you don't get that from monitoring scale weight, but I think you do from tracking things like that.
I don't like weighing myself, but that's me.
I think more people are more triggered to do positive things.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to go and move.
Yeah, it really made me feel good, and I really felt like I'd achieved something as well.
That's quality. I love that. What about yourself, Julie? What's been your most favourite thing about the programme? What you enjoyed the most?
I've always loved counting steps and things anyway.
Yeah, self-monitoring.
Yeah.
You used to work in a bank, that's why.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But I think one of the things for me is, you've touched on it really a little bit before, but being in a group, not feeling stupid when you ask a question about anything, no one's going to say anything horrible back or whatever.
Yeah.
But people are there to help people. And like Trace said, you see photos of the food and recipes and,
dogs.
Dogs. Yeah. And
kids.
That gives me, an enthusiasm to carry on and do it, because I feel it's in a safe environment.
Yeah. Yes, very true.
I love you getting that feeling. I do as a coach, because it's a group. I get a lot from it. So, and Kate does. I love one-to-one coaching. I like in-person coaching, but it's so nice seeing how it works online as a group and how well it can really work. It's lovely.
Yeah,
cool.
It's definitely.
Okay, so next question. So Tracy, why did you particularly choose me and Kate to help coach you? What stood out with us compared to, say, other coaches out there, even those who experienced with women who help people with menopause?
During lockdown, I did a lot of online things with you, Natalie, and I must admit, if I didn't have you during lockdown, I think I'd have gone bananas. So I know that I can really relate to you online and on the screen, and also because I've known you and done your classes and worked with you for so long, I trust you, I know you, I feel really safe with you, and I also learn from you all of the time. Even though I've known you so many years, just through when we're doing stuff in classes, I learn we'll talk about something and you'll give some insight, even though you're a lot younger than me, because you study and you really are interested in women and women.
I am generally. I'm such a
right. Yeah, you're right on it all of the time. And I knew, and plus with Kate, I've done classes with Kate, it's people I feel really safe with. And I know that you're both really committed and experienced, and you understand what you're doing, and you're going to always be there behind us, not knock us down. You don't try and I always used to like the fact you'd always say, leave your ego at the door. It's not here to be better than someone.
Yeah, Julie.
Yeah. It's just to Julie, because you can punch harder. But no, it's always do to your own level.
Yeah.
And no, that was good for me. And I know that you know what you're talking about as well. It's not a load of bollards. Yeah. Yeah.
I still like talking bullshit.
It's great, but also really well informed. You don't just pick up a load of old rubbish that you've read in the paper. You research stuff. I know that you're on it. So I knew you'd be able to keep us in the right direction for sure.
Thanks, Trace. That's reassuring to know you trust as well, because trust is such a big thing. Like, so if people listening to this who don't know who me and Kate are, it's like, why would we pick you two? Do you know what I mean? Well, you know, and to now see that you trust us with,
and you're very genuine. You are truly.
You get what you get with us.
Yeah, that's it. So
I'm not a good actor, so it's not going to happen.
You can't lie.
Won't get any Oscars. So same to you as well, Julie. Why again did you choose myself and Kate to help coach you?
Well, I've done a few, obviously, of the challenges anyway, and I've always enjoyed them. They've been good fun. But I think I'll never forget it, the first time I walked into the kickboxing, and you made me feel at home straight away and relaxed, and you just gave me confidence. And also, like Tracy says, you know what you're talking about. You don't just say something, you go into it, you research it. I've never had a help like this before with the menopause, never. And I think that's been good for me, because it's made me take it further to try and get some help with it now. Because I've gone, as you know, a number of years now, struggling with menopause, with having a hysterectomy at 41.
But you were told not to take HRT, for example. You weren't even given the option.
No. And then obviously come the late 50s again, wham, it hit me again, a lot worse. And I think you just put up with it as women. You just get on with it. But now, you know, I'm putting my foot down, and I've got an appointment hopefully soon. So, and I think, yeah, like you say, you can trust you both. You're both funny. You can have a laugh. Well,
yeah, that's
anyway.
important, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And you can just be yourselves with you.
Yeah.
You know, no one pretends to be something that they're not. And that's what I love about. And you don't go to particularly, I know this is different to online, but classes as well. You don't go there and everyone's not like sticking sex with all makeup and
lots of sweat and lots of
you know, that's what I love about it.
Good.
Real.
Yeah, I just think just be yourselves in that, because otherwise, if you met me outside of work and I was somebody else, I don't think you trust me.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, so that's lovely to hear. And yeah, I am pretty much the real me throughout. I don't think I'll ever change. Even Kate, to a point, because she's so socially awkward, she can't act. she just.
But she's still very approachable.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, I force it out of her. And
she has got a very good sense of humour.
Yeah, she's very dry.
Yeah,
you see the stuff she sends me. Just... I mean, me and Kate, we've known each other for, we think it's over 10 years, you know.
Oh gosh.
And I think I was 25 when she moved to Stone, because she's not from round the area. So yeah, so in fact, bloody hell, 10 years, you know, can't get rid of it. She can't get rid of it. She's been trying.
I think I've known you even longer than that.
You probably longer, because Kate was there after you.
I didn't realise Kate had moved into the area.
So she's from Hertfordshire.
I didn't realise. See, it shows how bad I was. I didn't ask her.
I know, but I'm with her all the time, aren't I? We're literally, you know. Okay, so last question. So, Tracy, if somebody is on the edge of joining this programme, but they're not sure whether they should invest in having me and Kate as their coach, what would you say to them?
Well, I'd say you and Kate, you're very approachable, totally supportive, and they'll definitely give you the encouragement and motivation you need to get to where you're trying to go. And because everyone is different, you don't try and do a one size fits all. You listen to people, you guide everyone individually for what they're trying to get to. And I don't think there's anybody out there that you wouldn't be able to help. I really don't. So and then you help us to help ourselves, which great. Yeah.
We don't say you must do this. We try and work with you. Yeah.
And also as well, even whilst I was away, you could still implement a lot of the things that you're doing. And you've taught me
Well,
how
Karen
to.
was on holiday as well during it, and she still smashed it.
But you've always encouraged me when I'm away how to try and maintain things and how to still include stuff without ruining your holiday. You can still have life, and you've taught me a lot. So
short workouts clicked for you, didn't they, when you're on holiday?
Totally. You've changed my life.
Wait for thank you. You enjoy your holiday more now.
I do. Yeah.
So same to you as well, Julie. If someone's on the edge from joining our program, they're not sure, what would you say to them?
Oh, I'd say definitely do it, because I've definitely got more confidence in myself now than I probably have had for a long, long time. And I think I know you're always there for me, whatever. If I know, I can text you whenever.
Yeah.
And at some point you'll get back to me more or less straight away normally, but obviously you're always there. And I know I can trust you, and I feel so much better. And I think now it's finally getting through with the weight loss. I'm losing a little bit of weight.
Yeah,
And
you've been moving in the right direction.
yeah, I have, which I haven't done anything like that for a long, long time. And it's not because I've meant to do it. I think it's because you, well, how can I say it now? You give us the tools to sort of say, right, this is it. And if you do that, and then all of a sudden it's like it goes off in your mind, and you think, well, yeah, I've got to stop eating those 10 chocolate bars every day, and
maybe have a couple.
Because you know what I'm like for chocolate and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you say to me, well, you can still have another, a bar of chocolate, as long as you don't go stupid. And I think, that's one of the good things, is it's enjoyable.
That's what I want you to get out of it.
It makes you feel so much better.
Sorry, Julie, I didn't mean
No,
to.
you're right. It's okay.
I always worry because I always need to have my wine and my beer. And Natalie said it's not at all. You don't have to give up drink. So
same.
So I've definitely, when I started out, I was definitely drinking a lot more, and I've cut. But it's happened naturally.
It's not a compromise.
Yeah, no, you're not telling me don't do this.
Yeah.
It's just something that I've naturally, because I've been doing better with my protein, moving a bit more, feeling better. And so I don't want to scupper myself.
That's right. That's true. That is.
Yeah.
Because I've been monitoring like my weight. I've been weighing myself every day. I like doing that. I don't normally.
Don't you?
I've done it because you can see, actually, like you say, at a weekend, if you think, oh God, you go mad and that, you can just see what a difference it makes. But now, because I've been doing it for this period, you think to yourself, well, I don't want to do anything stupid now and put that weight back on. I can see where my weight's going, and that's basically,
This is where self-monitoring is helpful. So some people with like steps,
me anyway,
scale weight, it works. Some people, it actually triggers them to make better decisions. Not starving themselves, but you're like, you know what, I'm going to be compromised. I still want to enjoy a drink. The idea is when you come on this program is, however you lose weight or body fat, or both obviously, is you got to stick with that for life. No one's going to stick to 800 calories for life. No one's going to say count sins for the rest of their life or points for the rest of their life. You wouldn't, would you? Whereas it'd be like, actually, let's just make some compromises, have a plan, like you two said, just a little bit of organisation, get a routine in place. It just makes it so much easier, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And you're enjoying it.
Realising it, yeah.
Yeah. Because you're going through a shit time as it is, so why are we going to take all that away from you anyway? It's like Kate, she's going through perimenopause. So imagine me saying to Kate, you need to stop drinking Prosecco. I think she'd punch me in the throat.
I would join her.
And me.
Yeah, because like I say, she's got osteoarthritis hands and feet at the moment. She's struggling with that. So she's in pain anyway. And like I say, menopause symptoms are a freaking nightmare because they affect obviously your mood as well. And obviously Kate's got perimenopause, so she's bleeding still every month and going through perimenopause symptoms. I think that's the worst phase personally. I don't know if you two agree.
Go through that.
Oh, you did that hysterectomy, didn't you? Sorry.
No, you're right. Yeah, so it didn't affect me. That's
no, it's just different. Everyone's got different symptoms, haven't they?
Different experience.
Yes. Yeah.
But you help us all, even though we are all different, and we all, like you say, we all have different symptoms. You're both always there for us, basically.
Yes.
It's somewhere to give you a voice, like you said, Julie. You've now got the confidence that, you know what, I want to do something about my health because I'm ticking all these boxes. Obviously, I must need something else because you're hitting all your health goals. And it does give women the courage to go and ask for help. And the amount of times I've experienced where I've said to a female client, I think you do need to go to a female health practitioner and ask, you know, you have the option to be offered your hormones or something to help you.
Nat, you told me menopause is really, it's you've lost your hormones. It's a hormone.
It's gradually always declining. You always have them, but they just decline over time.
And I didn't realise that it is okay to have hormone replacement and stuff.
Yeah.
And
It's because that study was an absolute travesty. That never come
but
out. You know.
I never knew any different. But again,
Yeah.
you enlightened me, and there you are.
I didn't until 3 years ago. To be fair, I thought that study was legit, and I thought, oh, you shouldn't take HRT if your cancer risk is high. But then I saw all the up-to-date studies, and now that study had been studied. So it was what we call meta-analysis, like the gold standard of studies. That's what you always want to look for. It's quite a skill looking at studies. It's still very time-consuming. You have to love being an absolute geek doing it. I can get stuck down rabbit holes reading studies. But yeah, it was an absolute travesty. That I think they're looking at. I think Dr. Leach Newson's trying to look at getting that study pulled away, because some doctors are still agreeing with that study when the women were over 60, all unhealthy anyway, all overweight anyway, so risk of cancer was still high anyway. Whereas all the actions you lot are taking are actually reducing your risk of cancer. So if HRT were to increase your risk of cancer, you're almost like pulling that back through exercise, sleeping well, looking after your mindset, eating your protein, eating your fruit and veggies, having enjoyment as well, because that's reducing your stress. You know, you're doing all the health-seeking behaviors of that. And as a byproduct, you know, you've all lost a little bit of weight or your body shape's changed. You know, it's an extra bonus, isn't it, on top of that? But I like that you're all gaining a lot more confidence as well in yourselves and feel more energized, which means, you know, you haven't got to stop living your life, have you, when you go through any menopause symptoms?
Definitely.
No, it's been great. It's been good.
Yeah. Very proud, Katie, of you two and all the clients in our current program. And I can't wait to help more women like you girls, honestly. And I hope women listening to this, you know, see that, you know, you can still live an awesome life going through the menopause, perimenopause, or you've gone through it and now you're not sure what to do now. You know, there is you can still live your life. You haven't got to be ignored and pushed to the back of the room and be, you know, because I feel like a lot of women who are going through the menopause get ignored and end up becoming quieter and set back because of the mental wellness as well declines due to the declining hormones too. So I hope this gives them a voice and somewhere where they think, you know, I can go to this group and Nat and Kate can help us.
Okay.
Definitely.
Thanks a lot, Nat.
So thank you for joining us as well. Thank you.